And live.
Hey people.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up? So we're doing, I think this is the first time anyone is doing a Logan's Shadow online match. So we'll be showcasing the levels and discussing some aspects of the Syphon Filter franchise. So enjoy.
What mission would you like to start, sir? Where shall we begin?
Let's begin with the water level because that's the special aspect of Logan's Shadow, which is Canyon. Yeah. There it is. Can you see my game?
Yep. Joining up now.
Yeah, you can here choose the weapon types, and I'm gonna set it to only water because this is a water level, and let's go.
You can set it to only water? What's that mean? We can't get out?
No, just the weapons. The weapons are only water weapons.
Okay. Yeah. All the spear guns, yeah.
Yeah, only spear. Equip.
Bolt gun, bolt pistol, spear gun. Cool.
I wish more people joined. This would have been awesome. 4 people playing. But yeah, we'll get by.
Yeah, it's tough to sync everybody up, man. You know?
Yeah, everyone's busy, different time zones and all that.
My game's like freaking out when I get out of the water. It's like flashing white.
Oh,
right on screen.
I think that's gonna happen to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's just emulation. Oh! Come on!
Get down.
Nope. Oh, my fault. Should have not gotten into the water. Yeah, so Dark Mirror and Combat Ops were already playable on the emulator PPSSPP, but Logan's Shadow had a problem, so I tried to reach out to the developers, and there's a guy named Sorer. He actually knows the developers, so he reached out to them and they fixed a line in the coding of the emulator and got us this developers build, and it's now working. Logan's Shadow is playable.
I didn't know that, Leo. So Sora knows them personally, or he knows somebody there?
Oh, not personally,
connections?
No, not personally, but he knows who to talk to, because 1 year ago I emailed the guy who created the emulator and he didn't respond. I think he didn't see my email. But turns out the guy responsible for the online section, the AD hook, is a different person. So yeah, Sora kept pursuing it. And there was another game developed by Ben Studio called Resistance Retribution. It had the same problems as Logan's Shadow. And since they are both developed by the same company, so 2 games were solved by this fix. Now they're both playable.
That's right. I remember seeing that they made that they got that Resistance game.
Yeah.
That after? It was after Syphon Filter, right?
Yeah, that's after Syphon Filter. But it's also a PSP game. Man, I'm getting my ass kicked here. I'm busy talking.
You're busy talking about the history, man.
Yeah. And you're busy winning.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I'm a good player. Oh, damn it. Oh, shit.
Shit.
What is it? Oh, 4-1. I gotta step up my game here. So, Pendatni, you have a channel and you are kind of specialized in streaming the Omega strain. So, why don't you discuss that? So what do you when did you first play the Omega strain?
So I played. It's funny because today I was hometown dropping off like one of my guitars to get fixed, and it reminded me that we used to have a Blockbuster like in the next town over.
Yeah.
Like way back when Omega Strain first came out, I rolled my bike down there once and rented Omega Strain. So I started playing back when like it was online for the first time. I don't really remember, it was a long time ago, but at the time as a kid I really didn't know, what I had or what we had for as far as like how great of a game it was.
So you never played Syphon Filter 1, 2, and 3 before this?
Actually, I started on Syphon Filter 1, so like Syphon Filter 1 and Metal Gear were the first two games I had for PlayStation.
Oh.
So those kind of kicked me off into the stealth action genre. And then after that, like years later, I came into Omega Strain kind of by accident. I don't remember why I rented it or how I found out about it, but I know I played it online back then, and then I only recently got back into it because I set up the emulator for the first time back in like March.
Yeah.
I was laid off from work and I had a bunch of time in my hands, and then ever since then I found the Discord and kind of got back into it. I connected with the community, and that was that. Here we are.
Yeah. And what was I going to ask? So did you, when you played the first time, did you play online?
You mean back when it first came out?
Yeah, back like the old days. Were you like playing online with other people, or are you just interested in single player?
No, I was playing online back in the day. I remember like one of the first matches I jumped in because one thing I remember jumping into like Tokyo in like multiplayer for the first time.
Yeah.
Like everybody, I was like I spawned into like the tower, and Rusaki was like wrecking the whole team. Like everybody was getting one shot, and like me being new to the game, I got with like a minigun, and I'm like, what is this game? Like, what is going on?
Damn it! Yeah.
You know? I remember it being tough to like get into it because like it was tough to find a player that would like help you figure stuff out because of how difficult the game was. Back then, there wasn't as much access to FAQs, but
yeah,
I remember having like trouble finding people to like kind of help you through and help you figure stuff out.
Yeah, there was no Discord back then, but there were these online forums and game facts. But Discord right now makes things a lot easier. Like we can, like if Omega Strain is online right now, for example, you and me can just hop into Discord, use voice chat, and coordinate our movement and finish all the levels and get T4, both of us, easily.
Yeah, it's totally, the community dynamic now just makes there's so many tools to like figure everything out and kind of like break the games down and figure out all their aspects. It's great though, because it makes like the longevity of the game better too.
Yeah.
It gives people more incentive to like jump back in.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Ratchet and Clank servers, or I should say server, which is a Discord server for Ratchet and Clank Online.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're reviving online games like Ratchet and Clank Deadlock. Deadlocked is now playable, and they're going to do Up Your Arsenal next. So hopefully, like, I think if their work proves successful, which it actually did now, because Deadlocked is playable, so I'm very hopeful that very soon the Omega Strain will come back online.
Everybody is, man. Like as soon as you post anything about online, and you have to like make sure that you like add a disclaimer like, hey, it's not actually back online. I'm just like, I'm hopeful it's going to come back, but it's not like they're still in progress. But we're getting closer. I've been watching them on the Discord, and they posted some progress lately. Can't break down like the technical aspects of it, but they are making progress.
Yeah, every time I post anything about, like, say, hey, there's a progress about online, people jump like, hey, is this game back? Is it online? I'm like, no, hey, I don't want to get your hopes up. It might not happen, but there's hope. So don't give up. Yay.
You definitely got to be careful about that because it's so easy to do that.
Yeah, setting myself up to fail is, no, I don't want to do that.
A lot of comments on the videos I have made in the past 6 months. Like the first thing people ask, "Oh, is it back online?" Yeah. I actually got it's funny because I got a comment the other day on like I made a Belarus 2 video, In the title, I wrote the title wrong. I said I said all objectives completed. I think that's why they posted the comment of the servers back online, because I said all objectives completed, but Belarus 2, as everybody knows, like, you can't destroy the bridge without the online
Yeah,
cheats.
exactly. Even with jump glitch, you can't finish that objective. So they must have thought that online is back. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
so I had to go back into the description, and like I changed the title, just said all solo objectives, so it's like not as misleading to everybody who like is getting back into the game, you know.
Yeah. So back in the
There's
day,
definitely a massive expectation for it to come back online.
yeah, man, I can see it. I mean, Omega Strain is like it has the best gameplay mechanics in all of the series.
I agree.
Yeah. So back in the day when you played, like when you used to play Omega Strain, did you take interest in the story or just the online gameplay and single player?
I was purely invested in the gameplay, man. I'll admit that for sure, and I still am today. Like, I've always been more of a gameplay enthusiast than more of like a story investment.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like recently I've been getting into it more because of the recent video that we made on, like, the thing about Omega Strain is, like, the Zeus files, like, connect with the gameplay. Like, it was a very detail oriented game,
Yeah.
especially like if you
Good example is John Fournier. David.
right on to the next level, on to
GG.
the next showcase.
GG, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, so well, it makes sense since you started to play like a series from the fourth game, because Omega Strain is the fourth game in the series. So yeah, you would focus on gameplay. That's what draws you in. But me, for example, I played since Syphon Filter 1 and continued over to Syphon Filter 2 and 3. So I was very invested in the story. And the first time I played Omega Strain, I was really shocked. It's a culture shock because there is no Gabe. I mean, he's there, but you play as a custom character called Cobra that you make on your own. And you're not the main agent, you're a sort of a trainee. So that was really shocking to me. I can see why many people think this game kind of killed the series, because it killed the momentum, but it also started something else. It started its own online culture, the trend of being difficult. Like it's very difficult. So people, I mean, I play this game more than any other game in the series because it's just fun. It has replayability value because it's really difficult and presents a challenge, which is more fun than the other games.
Yeah, for sure. And what was I going to say? That's another thing too. Is everybody who had been playing the first three games was invested in the story and the characters, and then they kind of just threw a wrench into that with like just a character of your own, you know. And now you're playing alongside them.
Yeah, and add to that the fact that, for example, oh, by the way, I set up a game. Are you seeing it?
Joining it.
Yeah. So, for example, the first mission in the game, which is Carthage, in the intro, like not the intro for the mission, but the intro for the game itself in the beginning, Gabe says that Stone is going to Italy, Imani and Cobra and the team are going to Carthage, and Gabe and Leon are going to Uganda. All right? But, are you with me, Panda?
You're gonna have to remake the game. I lost connection.
Oh,
I don't see any games available right now.
that's okay. I'll wait for you. And yeah, so three teams split into three locations. And naturally, I was thinking, since I came from Syphon Filter 3, playing as Gabe always, I was thinking, hey, those guys are going to go to Carthage, and Stone is going to go to Italy, and Gabe and Leon will go to Uganda. So I'm playing as Gabe and Leon in Uganda. But no, that happens off screen. And you play as Cobra in Carthage with Imani. So that was really weird. And then the Uganda mission, you keep reading about it in the Zeus files, in the radio logs. It Well, yeah, I think it finishes. That mission ends with Carthage. I don't know the timeline exactly, but something like that. And yeah, so the story of Gabe and Uganda is an example. There's another example like Moscow, India, Brazil. All these missions take place off screen. So the main story is happening off screen, and you're playing with the recruits. But yeah, so that was really shocking to me, and I felt underwhelmed by that. Which yeah, I can see why so many people get turned off by this.
Yeah, you kind of feel disconnected
Yeah,
because
exactly,
you're not actually with them.
exactly. I feel like
You're gonna
I'm
have to
handed the secondary job here.
are remaking that game. See any available right now?
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll make the game again, which is yeah. Here it is. Can you see it now?
Sure.
Perfect. Let's do shotguns. You down with that?
That's good. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Go. Oh, and by the way, the developers, I think they felt the same thing because Mr. John Garvin himself in the AMA, he said he wished that he never made us play as Cobra, which is evident by them, the company Bend. After the Omega Strain, they wanted to do a game that is the same as the Omega Strain, but you play this time from the other side. Like you see Uganda, Moscow, and India missions. You play as Gabe. It was going to be called Logan's Shadow, but it got cancelled, and the title of Logan's Shadow went to the sixth game in the series, and they made Dark Mirror instead.
I remember hearing Garvin in one of the interviews. He was saying how he didn't feel Omega Stream was Syphon filter.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt.
Yeah, but believe me, to newcomers from the outside, it doesn't seem like it. But this game, if you dig into it, if you like get accustomed to it, get through the hard learning curve, you'll definitely love it. In my opinion, it has the best gameplay in the series.
It does. It does grow on you, and like you said, it's like you got to go through a lot of trial and error and hurdles to get to the point where you enjoy it. The first couple playthroughs are just rough.
Yeah. And it also introduced Syphon Filter to PS2, so PS2 graphics, I can complain about them. They still hold up to this day. This game was ahead of its time. I mean, the graphics, the mechanics, the difficulty, the online, the grinding, that was just ahead of its time.
Yeah, you think about it now, like just back then, playing back then. As a kid, I never realized what that game meant.
Yeah.
In terms of how ahead of its time it was and stuff. And it really was. Coming back now.
Yeah, me too. I just thought it's something new, it's something awesome, so I enjoyed it. I bet if it comes back online today, it's gonna get like newcomers and new following because, yeah, it still holds up. It would be famous again.
I think it would too, man. Because anybody who gave it a chance, there's such a big community around it now. Like anybody who jumped in wouldn't be nearly as hard to get into the game because you're going to have so many people that just want to help in and kind of help new people figure it out and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There definitely was a lot of trolling and just people messing with the teams and stuff back in the old multiplayer.
Imagine 4 people playing a stealth mission and someone just messes up the stealth, and you have to repeat the whole thing from the start. I can see that happening.
So ask anybody what one of the nightmare team part times was, and they'll tell you Belarus won. escorting all the workers back, especially with people with noobs who don't know what they're doing and stuff,
Yeah, those workers are a pain. I mean, in single player they are a pain, so I can only imagine what online would be.
going back to like the story aspect, like you were talking about earlier, Leo. The Mega Strain was similar. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 5 in the sense that, like, when Kojima made MGS 5, he intentionally made it so that storyline is really in the audio recordings that you pick up and the tapes that you pick up. Like, the story is optional. Like, he wanted to keep the cutscenes down to a minimum, kind of change the way that he presented the game. Like, he wanted to do like episodes. Now, Mega Strain like reminds me of the same thing, just way ahead of that time. Because like the cutscenes are very minimal. There's so much context that you miss out on if you don't listen to the radio logs that are available in each mission as they come up. And they're not even really that obvious to access if you're a new player. Like, you're going to be focused on like objectives are popping up on screen and like where you have to go for your like to do stuff. Like, you're not going to. I doubt many people are going to like notice that the screen, like the bottom of the screen, updates you whenever you get like a new PDA codec call.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you what's going on.
And there's even hidden objectives inside the level. Sometimes you can finish a level and you don't even know there's an objective missing unless the screen tells you.
Yes, and I think there are certain logs, or maybe even in the Zeus files, that you can read that actually hint towards some of those objectives. I have to double check that. I'm pretty sure some of them are like.
I think too, yeah. I think I remember that.
Because otherwise, as like a new player, you're never gonna like realize like, oh, I have to like run into the furnace room in Belarus 1 fast enough. Otherwise, I'm just gonna fail this objective and never understand like why. If you don't get there fast enough, the cow sample disappears.
Yeah, the carcass would be. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know about that until like way afterwards. I had to replay that mission a lot to find it out.
Even back in March when I started playing again, I got to that mission and I remembered the cow sample. Like, I remembered there was like, oh, I got to take a sample from this carcass, and I must have ran around Belarus for like an hour trying to find it. I couldn't find it. I had to like I forget what I went through to figure it out again. But I literally did the same thing you would as like a noob.
Yeah.
You're running around just not knowing what's going on. It's like, I know there's a hidden objective, but I have no idea where it is, and you're wasting your time because it's already gone. You have no chance of getting it.
Yeah. I can do an entire stream of Mega Strain right now without showing anything from the story. Like, cut the cutscenes, cut the radio logs, cut the Zeus files. You're just playing. Well, it makes sense because this game was like I told you before, it was supposed to be Syphon Filter Online, which got turned into Syphon Filter 3 for PS1. So they came back again and did this, the Omega Strain. So it was supposed to be just online. They layered the story upon it and then made the single player afterwards. So yeah, it makes sense that the focus is all on online more than it is for the story. Can you hear me?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Oh, you're focusing on killing me. I can see that.
I had to.
You had to focus, yeah.
Yeah, I had to focus for a second. I can't. We're live. I can't let this game go down the drain here.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. It's on.
It's a competition.
Yeah,
it's a competition.
No, I was just casually playing, but now you're gonna see. Oh shit! Oh my god. Screw the Omega Strain. I'm gonna focus on this gameplay.
Yeah. Oh man, it really is a gem.
Where is he? Hey!
I'm trying to bring the discussion back, but now we're
yeah, me too. I have something in mind. Just let me kill you first. Ah, shit! You sick man. So, what do you think about the controls? Like the auto-lock aim and the fast-paced shooting and all that. Would it be like if a new Syphon Filter released today, do you think that auto-lock will be present again? Or would it be considered dated?
mean, I don't know what you would upgrade it to make it better. Like to me, I would want the auto aim system back because I think it's more than fair. Kind of makes the game harder, but it breaks it at the same time because it just turns like all the weapons and everything, and like there's such a meta for the weapons. It's like anybody knows who plays it is just like C8 rifle just breaks the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just auto locks on everything and kills it.
Yeah, but on the other side,
the thing is, a lot of people think.
I got you. On the other side, the enemies are not fair to you. They're totally unfair, totally difficult. For example, Myanmar, Ukraine, those levels, like, I need that C8 rifle to break the game for me.
Yeah, and the thing is, it changes from level to level too. Like there are certain enemies in some levels. Like for example, in Carthage Mall, before Masan spawns, there's this infamous guy who tosses grenades at you from the third floor.
Yeah, yeah.
So like a lot of people when they go for the first bomb, they're like, oh, they get pissed because they're getting blown up out of nowhere by somebody who's like chucking grenades.
Yeah.
That particular guy, if you try to shoot him, he's got a flak jacket on. I think his flak jacket is actually stronger than it's like on par with like Rusaki or one of the bosses.
Yeah, something.
I've shot him like if you test it with like the C8 rifle or the BFG, you can shoot him multiple like 5, 6, 7 times and he still won't go down unless you get a headshot, of course. But so I'm just like there are some enemies in the game that they just give. It's just unbalanced. Like there are just certain specific enemies that are way stronger, that have way better aim. Like the guys in Tokyo with the Tech 9s are kind of weird.
Oh,
you won.
No, we both lost, man. It's a tie.
Oh, tied? Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get you next time. Yeah, remember in Carthage 3, the mall, where there is a SWAT officer upstairs near a bomb?
Yeah, the one on the top floor.
Yeah, sometimes when I go to pick him up, there's a sniper on the 3rd floor that actually kills the officer while I'm carrying him.
Yes.
Which is totally unfair.
Yeah, yeah, and it depends on. That's the guy I'm talking about too. That's the guy that will throw grenades at you too.
Oh, he's the same one. Okay.
The same. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy because he'll move depending on your position.
Yeah. So on my strategy.
If you take a little bit.
Yeah, my strategy for this level is that I start with the officer upstairs, the SWAT officer, and before I pick him up, I make sure that I kill this guy. Then I go do my missions.
Definitely makes it easier.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't take him out, you have to get to that officer fast enough. Otherwise, that guy upstairs will be in a position to he'll just kill him while you're carrying him. But if you go fast enough, he'll actually kind of lose lock on you, and you'll be kind of far enough away.
Yeah, he's on the 3rd floor, and there's a weapon called. I think it's AU300 mod R. It has thermal vision in the scope. You know that weapon I'm talking about? So I usually use that if it's unlocked. I can use it in that level and make things a lot easier.
Yeah, you can see through the smoke and all that and kind of get the drop on those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like the game really kind of chooses at random to make some. That's the thing with the auto lock system is like it can make the game incredibly unfair, and it could be more balanced, but there's some levels like Ukraine where once those guys lock onto you, like it doesn't matter if you combat roll or how far away you are, it does not matter. Like, you're gonna get hit.
Even if you kill them, they win. Sometimes they can shoot you while they're dying.
Yes. A lot of enemies have this thing too. I noticed, like if you're just standing, well, a lot of the time, if you're using like a weapon that's not so great, like your instinct is going to be like crouch and like let the auto aim get as like get your lock on as perfect as possible before you take the shot. If you're not moving and you take the guy out like well before he's even locked on you, sometimes they'll hit you anyways, even when they're going down.
Yeah.
It's just like little chip damage, like here and there, and it's like it's like total crap. Like there's no way they would have hit you. But
trying to be realistic.
Just to get.
So the guy dies and
just
he's pressing the weapons.
Yeah. I've had everybody knows how much that like Omega Strain trolls you too with that stuff. Like I've had like workers die so many times from like one of the guys gets close to him, you take him out, and then as he's going down, he like spins in a circle and he's like shooting his gun and he happens to hit the hostage when he's going down.
Yeah.
Like his final shots, before he dies. So much stuff like that happens too.
I think my stream is lagging. I just noticed. Wait a second.
Skipping frames?
No, that's bad. So, yeah. Okay, it's set to 1000, so shouldn't do this actually.
What's your bitrate at 1000?
Yeah, my bitrate is 1000, so it should work, but I'm gonna lower it right now. I'm gonna make it like 780. Okay. Yeah, it should be better. Anyway, so what do you think about... so when you played Dark Mirror for the first time, I know you haven't like delved deep into the game, but just from a gameplay perspective, how do you think the mechanics fare up against Omega Strain?
So I think it feels like Syphon Filter. It feels very close to Omega Strain in the sense that like it's got the same the similar weapon models and stuff. The one thing that makes it feel so different, I think, is the movement.
Too slow.
So like movement's much slower. You're also constantly in a state of aiming. Like you can't not have like you can't just be running without aiming unless you have like a grenade out or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But a big difference that makes it feel so different is like in Omega Strain and like the previous games, your character was just wherever you go, your character's running as fast as they can run.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference that makes those other games like so much more kinetic.
Man, in Omega Strain, you can't just stop and look around easily. You have to be like it's fast paced. You have to keep running, rolling to dodge bullets. To like you think on your feet. This game doesn't even have a roll button. You can't roll. You're just manually aiming all the time, like you said. There's no auto lock.
Yeah.
Well, there is auto lock, but it's not the focus. Like the gameplay is not built around auto aim. It's built around manual aim, which is I'm not a fan of it. I prefer the Omega Strain over this one.
And that's a huge difference too from the previous games. There's a YouTuber, I forget his channel name who I watch, and he points this out. He's like a big part of the reason why these games are ahead of their time too, is that they gave you the option of like an auto aim system and a free aim system. It just works. It feels so much better to have the option, for like you can kind of play the game in your own style, and it makes it feel a lot different.
Yeah, but to be fair, the auto aim in this game is a joke. I mean, it's just there because it's there, but I mean, even the PS2 version of Dark Mirror and Logan Shadow, I think there is no auto lock. I could be wrong, but probably there isn't. But yeah, the one that's on the PSP, it's useless. Like, yeah, you can use it, but it's not nearly as efficient as Omega Strain or the games before it.
I'm listening, but I'm trying not to laugh too hard right now because I got the over under, and I'm just
I know. I'm totally phased out of the game. I'm not even looking. You just made me look that I lost 6 points to 0. So, oh my god, I suck at this map, but I have to try it.
It's all right. Just wait right there. Yeah.
Listen.
You can just, I love it. You can just stand up here and just keep reloading grenades from the box infinitely. Just fucking spam all ice for.
I'll get you eventually.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think those are the big differences, man. Is like the new aiming system and the different movement just make the game feel so different. The previous games were just faster.
Here's another difference for you. Taking cover, the cover system. Wait a minute. The cover system. You're taking it right now. I'm trying to kill you. Hey! Ah, damn it! Yes. That's take you with
I can't get over these enemies.
Yeah, but I got it.
Can't get over these enemies.
Yeah, so the cover system, it's so here's the thing. You have manual aim. You have the sniper rifle, which is the MB150 that has explosive and gas and electric darts, and you have a cover system where you can hide, and while you're hiding from cover, you can aim an exact headshot on your enemy without any penalty over you. That's just too easy. Like, I wish, like, don't get me wrong, I like the cover system, but if you're gonna aim from cover and try to get a headshot, then you should get out of the cover, try to get the headshot, and get shot yourself while doing that. That should be fair. But no, you can stay hidden and just peek a little bit, get a clear headshot, and just annihilate everyone with a perfect headshot. It's just too easy.
Yeah, just kind of broken.
So
Yeah, you should have to.
Let's try it right
you
now.
should have to jump out.
Oh. Okay, I take that back.
Yeah, that one, yeah, it's not broken in multiplayer.
Yeah,
It
now a
works
good
perfectly.
example. Yeah. Oh, in Logan's Shadow, by the way, you don't even have to peek, which is, yeah, we're playing Logan's Shadow right now, yeah. You can from cover just get your weapon out and start shooting at people randomly.
Yeah, I wonder. I remember hearing there was a different guy who worked on Omega Strain that like made it more difficult. Am I correct about that? Like one of the guys who made Omega Strain actually is the reason it was so hard.
Yeah, I think it's Scott Youngblood. I'm not entirely sure. Hey, got him! See, this is the sniper I was talking about.
But to be fair, like Omega Strain is hard. But like at the same time, they do give you like I think the aiming system does give you the tools. Like the aiming system is really powerful in Omega Strain because of it hasn't the auto aim, right?
Yeah.
So normally in the game, like if you're a new player, like you're gonna learn the auto aim system, and you know, like all right, green gives you like the most accurate shot possible. If you notice, like you don't even have to hold down the auto aim button for your character to lock on enemies.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
your character, as long as you orient like your character towards the enemy,
Yeah.
he'll start to auto lock on them, even though you can't see the icon.
Yeah, it's like you have a sensor. You can just keep track of
Yeah.
them.
That aspect really makes you like it's really powerful because
Yeah.
like everybody knows when you're in first person mode your weapon accuracy is way better. So you'll see that in all kinds of videos. It's like instead of just auto aiming, like you'll hit auto aim and then you'll hit first person and then you'll make the shot. And it'll make your shots faster. You won't have to wait for the auto aim to lock on, and you'll be able to take guys out.
You can use auto aim, and after aiming, you can use manual aim, which will make it perfect. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Did I kill you? Yeah. Well, I lost, but I tried. Yeah. Well, Omega Strain.
You got the fun.
Omega Strain is totally unbalanced. It's like you're too powerful, and the enemies are too powerful. And let these, how do I say, unstoppable force and immovable object collide. But yeah, it needs more balance. But I like it this way. I like how messy it is and how fun it can be, unpredictable it can be. So yeah. Oh, but
I think that's a huge part of the game's appeal is how like on every time you play, like the the AI acts different. Something ridiculous happens that never happened before. Like, even though it's buggy and kind of just insane all the time, I think it adds some replay value.
Exactly what I'm talking about, yeah. And by the way, one more thing about the PSP titles like Dark Mirror and such. They have a system of goggles. Like you have thermal vision, you have night vision, and you have something called EDSU goggles, which is basically a goggle that lets you see electricity and which door to open. Like it tells you, like imagine this: in Omega Strain, you're stuck in some mission, or in any Syphon Filter game, you're stuck in some mission, and you're trying to get out. I mean, either you find it by yourself, or you go watch a walkthrough. Someone tells you about it. In the game in Dark Mirror, this goggle, the EDSU, it literally tells you which way to go. Like, hey, open this door. It's marked yellow. Open this vent. Do this. Like, they mark this stuff with these goggles. It's like a cheat or something. I don't know. And I mean,
it's kind of like it's like waypoints in an open world RPG or something. It takes you out of the game.
Yeah, the game holds your hand. And don't get me wrong, I like the goggles, the thermal vision and night vision, but don't give me all of them at once. Like, give me a thermal vision specifically for a certain level that acquires it, or like the Omega Strain, it gives you night vision in certain levels where there's darkness that you have to go through. So, but they give you all of them all the time. So combine that, like imagine now you're playing a Dark Mirror level. You have a perfect cover system where you can peek from cover and get headshots. You have this sniper that has multiple like explosives, gas, and everything. And you have these goggles. You're too powerful. If Omega Strain is unbalanced, this is way overkill. You're too powerful, and the enemies are not as nearly as powerful as you.
Yeah, and that's why that goes back to what you said, like why you like the Omega Strain now. It's like two forces going against each other. I prefer that than to have like my handheld and the game super kind of just easy and broken like that. I would rather have the game broken in the sense that like you're super powerful and your enemies are just as powerful. I think it just works out to a better experience.
Yeah, if it's gonna be broken, then break both sides and let it be fair, unfairly fair, something like that. Hey, got you. Well, I think I'm gonna win this game.
I don't know, man. It's still early. We got 8 minutes. We got 8 minutes.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, and like Omega Strain 2 has checkpoints, but it doesn't guide you to them. So it's not as it's not as broken. Like it's more balanced. So like you can highlight waypoints on your map and use your map to find objectives.
Yeah, right. Oh shit!
But it's not like I highlight a waypoint and then like I'm just watching an icon in front of me in game guide me to exactly where I have to go.
Yeah, that's totally a different thing. Like, you can go to the objective, but knowing what to do is different.
Right.
Especially the stealth levels. Sometimes you have to figure out what to do.
Yeah, and speaking of difficulty, like a big aspect. Well, this was in Syphon Filter 1. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure anybody who's played the what's the level I'm thinking of? It's
Catacombs?
The exhibit. Fagin. Yeah. When you're following Fagin there in the beginning and you can't be spotted.
Yeah.
Like anybody who played that knows like the struggle that you're going to go through in Omega Strain in every single stealth mission, and that's just you're gonna quit. You're gonna fail and retry 100 times. That's the only way to figure it out without help.
I mean, I definitely did. I definitely did. Like back in the day, there was no like YouTube and walkthroughs and all that. You had game magazines and stuff, but I didn't have any of those. So all I had was my TV, my PlayStation, and the game. And I had to figure out like the second level. Yeah, I remember second level of Syphon Filter 1. I didn't know that there was a C4 crate hidden in some dark place and you have to use a flashlight to get it. took me a month, 2 months, something long like that, until one day, without even using the flashlight, I was just moving around the level and pressing triangle, which is the interact button, and it just opened a crate in the dark. I opened the flashlight, I saw the C4 crate, I was like, what? Okay, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's fun and joy in that. The EDSU goggles in Dark Mirror takes that fun from you. I know people can say, I mean, people can say that, hey, you can just not use it. Well, yeah, I can, but you're not getting the point. The point is the level is designed around you using these goggles, using these cover systems. The whole game is designed this way. Yes, I can ignore the goggles, but can I ignore the cover? Can I ignore, like, I have to ignore a lot of stuff there. And I don't know. The level is not built this way. It's not fast.
And I would prefer games don't do that too.
Oh, you blew me. Yeah, it's not fast paced. I mean, Omega Strain levels are built to be run, like you have to run in them. You have to keep rolling, running, and you can't just stop and look around. You'll get killed in, like within seconds.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's one of the reasons I'm pretty sure. Like as a kid, I never actually finished Syphon Filter 1 as a kid because of those aspects. And my thing was, from what I remember, I'm pretty sure it was Romer's base, not Romer's base, but his stronghold in the cathedral.
Yeah.
Finding there was always patience. I always had problems like finding the patience.
Are you talking about the catacombs level where there's a scientist you have to be stealthy with?
Yeah, but the section before you get to catacombs.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
When you have to inject all the patients, there were always patients I could never find. Like that level when you play it for the first time, like as a kid, it's just a labyrinth, man.
And it's scary.
It's like it's not obvious where you have to go, and on top of that, like the AI does not screw around. Like they will, even on normal mode, you will get killed very quickly.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing.
That's right. That's right. I remember that. The cathedral, like after the snow levels, which are Romer's base, when you start the Romer's stronghold, everything from there and onward is just too difficult. Like the later levels of Syphon Filter 1, the other half is just way too hard.
Yeah, and to figure that stuff out, it's like you said, you're very likely going to spend a long time trying to, mess around and hope that you hit the right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
To figure stuff out or just keep running around. But even now, when I replayed through Syphon Filter 1, a month ago, I was still missing subjects in the cathedral, and I was trying to reference the map and stuff, but even Omega Strain is a lot easier on you as far as like giving you the whole, like you can access an entire 3D map of the air, like a 3D map of the whole level.
Yeah, you can see top floor, second floor.
See exactly where your objectives are and all that. Like in the first game, you just had a 2D layout, and that was it.
If we're comparing Omega Strain to the original trilogy, in the matter of objectives and getting stuck, the trilogy is much harder because Omega Strain is more focused on online, so it kind of lets the game flow faster. Like there's just too many. Like for example, Carthage 1. There's too many objectives, and you have to do them all, but they're easy to figure out, relatively easy, compared to the trilogy. I mean.
Yeah, and and Buff has said this many a time, is and he makes a good point, is like Carthage 1 is one of the tightest par times in the whole game too.
Yeah.
And not only are you like strapped with like all those objectives, like it has one of the narrowest times for you to make par in the whole game too. So like as a new player, you're gonna be like par time is like just crazy, way too fast.
Yeah, especially if you're not using the C4, the back route. If you go through the trail tracks, I mean, of the train, that's gonna take a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, like you're not gonna know how to how to jump glitch and stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. I never learned about the jump glitch until way.
But pros will be a nightmare.
Oh damn it! I think you're gonna win. Okay, they're still
Taking the
down.
lead. Taking the lead.
I'll take it. Don't worry. Yeah, and Syphon Filter 2 built up on Syphon Filter 1 and took that stealth and added a lot of stealth missions and very scripted, elaborate like scenarios. And they're also
Yes.
tough to figure out. Hey, got you.
Crap.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let him go, let him go. We need time. 30 seconds. If I were you, I would just hide. You can win right now.
I could just wait to respawn. Too.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I won't do that.
Oh, you're fair.
Yeah, I feel bad. I don't want you to lose too many matches.
Oh,
That's
that's
true.
a... Well, you know what? I'm feeling nice too. So if we get a tie, both of us lose, you can have this one. It's from me.
Okay, sounds good. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. And
Okay.
like Omega Strain, another like we're still finding out stuff about the game too. It's kind of fun too that it's been so many years since it's been out too, because a lot of the stuff we're finding, like people already knew about, but the knowledge was kind of lost. Like there wasn't really a lot of footage of it, or like, you know, obviously because people didn't have YouTube back then.
Yeah.
But it's cool to get footage of all that stuff and all those aspects about the game. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I just wish it comes back online. Okay, Panda, there's too many levels here, and so here's what I'm gonna do. The rest of the levels are kind of the same as the Dark Mirror, so I'm choosing Casino because it's new, I suppose. Yeah, it's new. So yeah, let's do it. I like. Want to do a taser match? This is gonna be our last match.
Oh,
Okay. So yeah, I hope more people listening to us right now can join the Discord and come. Let's set up more online matches. This is too much fun to play.
just a taste of what it'll be like.
Ah, damn it! Don't play with Panda though. He's cheating.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
I cheat. I cheat, and all of my games are rigged. So you can talk. You can talk to Pete. You can talk to everybody on the Discord about that. It is very true. All of my games are
Yeah,
rigged.
everybody
and
knows this. Yeah, everybody knows this.
It's like I had some comments in that I made that video of like blowing the bridge and getting the missile with the cheat codes, and everybody's like, oh, some comments are like, oh, I don't use cheats, and I'm just like laughing, like I don't either, man. It's just a showcase, you know,
Yeah.
to see it done.
You had to explain to him why you're using cheats on a single player level that is inaccessible.
I didn't.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't. I didn't explain. I just laughed about it. But
Yeah, let him have this one. Let him feel good about himself.
I think the pinnacle of Omega Strain footage now will be, if there's one thing I want to get footage of, it's I want to see footage of somebody jump glitching the missile without cheats. That is something
Oh,
that I've heard many people say we've gotten. I've never seen any proof of it.
me too.
I'm so skeptical that it's been done, but
Me too.
I want to believe.
Well, you can
That
do
would
it.
be very cool to get.
I think you can do it.
I messed around with it a little bit, and I spent a couple hours, and it's just depressing. It's just too hard.
Yeah, even using
Yeah.
save states. I tried it too sometime.
But yeah,
Even using save states and like I cheated everything just to get this one thing authentic, and nope, didn't happen.
yeah. Like I was to the point like you was like I don't care how many times I have to reload my save state or like make this feel like cheating. Like I just want to see footage of like the jump glitch actually work in that spot and get, you know.
Where are you, man? This
Maybe someday.
map is too huge. Can't see you.
Yeah, I can't. I found you once so far.
Oh. I can hear your taser.
Yeah, I'm just shooting it at random. I can't see you.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the same.
So just doing it for mind games.
Hey!
Up.
Come here! Hey! Got him!
Some. Damn it.
Damn it.
It's all going so well, too.
Okay, this looks to be tough. This map's too huge. Needs like this one can use the 8 players, the maximum.
Yeah, this would be good with 8 players and just like all shotguns or something.
Yeah, all on GL. Remember that? That's chaos.
Yeah, when we get a group together, I want to do that. I want to do like 8 people with just MGL, and like rogue agent.
Oh my god, yeah. Man, I just wish they made that canceled Omega Strain game. They canceled Logan's Shadow. It's called Logan's Shadow. There's footage of Uganda and Moscow and all these levels inside Logan's Shadow's locked files. I wish they made it.
Yeah, I wish they did too, man. I saw that like Gabe was sneaking in. Gabe does like a mission with Leon, right?
Yeah, that's Uganda.
Yeah, that's right. They
Yeah. Then Gabe and Stone in Moscow trying to kill Gregorov. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, I have an RPG, but I don't want to use it because against the rules.
I hope they're coming out. I know they got Days Gone 2 in development right now, but
Really?
I kind of hope they do come back to the series. I heard they did. I haven't read a lot about it, but I thought I heard they're coming out with a sequel.
Well, nothing official, but I'm with you. I think they're doing it too. I'm right behind you, by the way. Where are you going? Spare you this search.
If you're right behind me, I'm not going to stop.
No, I'm just sparing you time. You don't have to go search for me right here. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I like 90% chance they're doing Days Gone too, but nothing official. Like I never heard anything official.
Yeah, hopefully they canceled it and decided to go back to Syphon Filter.
Yeah, they're making Syphon Filter 7. Logan's Generations or something. Logan's Return. Whatever.
The question for you, Leo, would you think if they do make Syphon Filter 7, do you think they're going to stick to the new formula that they have with Dark Mirror and Logan Shadow, or are they going to bring it back to like an older style?
I wish they mix it up, man. Like, take examples from the other third-person shooters out there, like The Division, for example, and make a better version of that. I mean, use in my opinion, the perfect word is that. Let me kill you first. This is the perfect world for me.
Get out of here.
Hey! Are you dead? Yes, you're dead. Yeah, so the perfect Syphon Filter would be using the Omega Strain gameplay, but there is a cover system that you can take cover, but you can't take headshots and peeks from it. You have to get out of cover if you want to shoot someone. So, and if you get out of the cover, then you're vulnerable too. You feeling me?
Yeah. Balance.
Yeah, balance. And keep the auto lock and roll button. All those things, awesome things from the Omega Strain. Don't give me all the goggles all at once. Just give me thermal vision in specific levels, night vision in specific levels, and yeah, that should make it work.
I hope they go for it. I hope they do it.
Yeah, they're listening right now, taking notes.
That's right.
Panda, stop moving.
Are you?
Just let me.
No worries. Wait, I'm waiting for you.
I still didn't get you.
I'm trying a new strategy here.
What's your strategy? Share it with me.
I can't share it with you. Surely. Shit.
Can we use explosives? Oh, is this your strategy?
What's that?
It worked.
get you?
Yeah.
You tricky. You're sick, man. Did you blow up my laser mine to make me think that I got you?
Yeah, yeah, but he still got me. So doing a
Goddamn right.
doing a strategy, huh? You sneaky. Doing a strategy, putting mines. Okay.
That's what some people call superior tactics right
Superior
there.
tactics, my ass. You're cheating. Oh, I can hear it. There's another mine.
Do they make sound?
Yeah.
Do they beep or something? I don't know.
You didn't know that?
I got my volume down on the piano, just so I can't really hear. Yeah, so I can't. I'm looking forward to doing some other streams of Omega Strain. I want to do. Got some ideas of some other playthroughs to do, but then after that, I don't know. I think you're gonna be streaming Dark Mirror and Logan Shadow all the way through. Am I right?
I think about. Hey, I got you.
Is that your mine? Oh,
Yeah, it's your mine, but I disarmed it and made it mine. Know how to do that?
oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
This is superior tactics. Yeah, I'm planning to do something about the Omega strain, which is a video for the Zeus files and radio logs and ratings in one video.
Gotcha.
And also, I want to do a compilation of the jump glitch. But like you said, we have to get the, what is it called? The missile? Yeah, the missile jump. I want that to be included.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on it. Trying to record that one first.
I want to talk to some people in the Discord that said they got it, and I want to ask them. I want to ask them exactly where they were when they got it, if they can remember like what spot.
Yeah, I'll give you details to help you do it actually.
Yeah, so we can get some footage of it.
All right. Well, that was very fun.
So those
Like,
are-
I think we covered everything about both Logan's Shadows levels. Yeah, the rest are similar to Dark Mirror, and we covered most of the important stuff about Omega Strain. Unless you have anything else to add, I think we should end it here.
No, that's it, man. That's basically it.
All right.
Just say again how hopeful we are for the online to come back and really bring the game back.
Yeah.
You know?
Me too. And
Until
people,
then,
yeah, people should join us in the Seven Filter Online Discord so that we can play matches like these, but with more people. And hopefully one day, like Panda said, we can play Omega Strain online. So yeah, that's it. Should we end it here?
that's it, man.
All right, man. See ya.
All right, take it easy.